What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap. I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday with whoever you spent it with. I am back in the studio, aka my basement, trying to catch up with my recaps. And we're going to start with Love and Hip Hop Miami, which we had the season premiere this past week. I hope you guys have seen it by now. If not, spoiler alert, but that's okay. It's almost time for the new episode. So stay here, have a kiki, leave a comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. If you're watching from Facebook or Instagram, you can click the link in my bio to get to my YouTube channel. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. This is a pre-recorded session. My first time doing that. Usually it's live. I will have some live shows, but again, just trying to catch up. So let's get into it. Love and Hip Hop Miami season premiere. We start off with Shay and Fabian still in that stolen Tesla, y'all. They still in that stolen Tesla, but they are together. This first scene, Shay is letting us know that they are the number one couple in Miami. They're the hottest relationship. Everybody's talking about them. We're all haters. They're the Bonnie and Clyde of Miami. And we all know that didn't age well. Forget aging like spilt milk or aging like milk. It didn't age past the episode. That first scene, I feel like they kind of set her up with that. But we learned that Shay has cut her family off once again. She's not talking to any of them. She continues to choose her man over her mom and her brother and her family and friends. It seems like she's basically isolated everyone to and sacrificed all her relationships for Fabian. So we'll talk about how that's working out for her later on in this episode, but that's how we start off, seeing them. They are in love, happy, and we're all haters, basically, was the bottom line. We see Flo, she wakes up to breakfast from Marlon, but she's mad at him because Amada said that he be flirting with her. She she asked him about it and he say, listen, of course, as always, Marlon does, he blames it on the woman and says that he feels like Amada was flirting with him, not the other way around. And he can't help if Amada wants the Haitian sensation, honey. Okay. Marlon is hilarious to me. He cannot be taken seriously. He says he wants this relationship to work with Flo. He's in the house, but they are not in the same bed. We already know last season they slept together, but he's saying that he's in the house to the capacity of chef, maid, gardener, all of the above, nanny. He's doing all of those things, trying to make the relationship work. Yet he is flirting with Amada. So I don't know, y'all, but um Flo is upset that he's like making light of it and saying she wants the hate sensation. So she gets upset and he's like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, if I wanted to be with Amada, I'd be pursuing that, but I'm here trying to get back my family and my relationship with you. And he made a hilarious statement saying that, well, while you was out almost about to get your ass whooped, I was here. So don't blame that on me. And of course, Flo took offense to that. But let's be honest, right? Like, I don't think Flo can fight. I really don't. I don't think she can fight. That's why she always going to get her sister, even when they're not talking, to fight her battles for her. This is just an act for the show, and she don't know how to fight. So when he said that, it made perfect sense. It was hilarious, and I think that's why everybody, even in the comments when I posted the clip of it, was cracking up too, because we know she can't fight. We know it. So it was hilarious. And, of course, Flo got mad, threw her food at him. He's laughing and she walks off. She also made some comments while they were talking, such as, this your job, to be cooking, cleaning. That's your job. You're trying to win me back. That's your job. It's not. It's not his job. Um, you could be paying someone to do this. You got the money to pay for a $2 million house, honey. Even though we did not see you pay your rent and and your establishment last season, you was 3 months behind. But you now all of a sudden got $2 million to buy a home. It's giving Airbnb. But anyway, what else did we see on the episode? Not interested in Zoe's storyline with her manager. I'm not interested in it. I will say I'm glad to see her progress online. It looks like, following her Instagram, it looks like she has her own like lip glosses or, cosmetic stuff coming out. And she's been launching like a boutique of clothes, I want to say. I saw something on Black Friday. But also just seeing her weight loss journey. She's really been in the gym, working out, doing what she got to do. So I'm happy to see her progress. I think she makes good music. She actually, she be having a couple bops. But as far as this storyline with the manager, the guy that she's dating, living with, and he's also now managing her career. So she left her last manager because she disagreed with him trying to have her reconcile with the guy from last season that Trina knew. And she let him go, and now she has her man managing her. We do see Estelita. Estelita, this first episode, she's back as well. And she stopped by Zoe's Airbnb. Zoe's running from her man. She's saying that he's smothering. She needs a break. So she rented an Airbnb. I guess you could call it a staycation. So Estelita and Liza dropped by to have a little talk. And they're talking about Shay and Flo, and they're kind of like downloading Zoe on what's everything's going on with, Estelita, where she is with Shay, and Liza about where she is with Shay after all their blow ups last season. And even with Flo, Liza is letting them know how things went with the sit down with Amada and Flo, and the lies Amada, Flo, and Liza, they all sat down. She's letting them know about that and everything. So, yeah, I just found it funny though that Liza was going so hard for Amada. And what am I talking about? Did I say this was the season premiere? I'm so all over the place with the holiday. This was like episode 2, or was it? I don't know, y'all. But Liza is, basically saying how she don't play by the model. She ain't gonna let nobody play with her. Da, 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 da. And it's like, girl, you slept with her man. So what are you talking about? I don't know how. Anyway, you cut it, slice it, dice it. For me, the way that things went down with Liza and Amada acting like she didn't know that they were together. She said it was a publicity stunt, so like that made it okay for her to sleep with Safari. It wasn't. It wasn't, in my opinion. It was nuts. Okay. So I just found that hilarious. Hot Topic. We see Hot Topic. She talks to Trina's cousin Snoop, and she's just concerned about Trina's relationship. They don't know that Trina and this guy are married now. But Hot Topic is talking to Snoop about Trina's husband and how um she went to school with him, which we didn't know, that he was in real estate. She, heard some things from Bobby Lights about him kind of stalking Trina at a hot dog stand, her favorite hot dog stand, to conjure up conversation because he was targeting Trina to basically get in a relationship or use her or something to that degree, and they're trying to get to the bottom of it. Snoop is a bit concerned about it. So he says he's going to look into it a little bit further. I feel like that's going to end her friendship with Trina. Like, I don't know if Trina is okay with her saying these things about her man or husband. Again, they don't know that. And her not coming to Trina and having that concerning conversation. We know how Trina is. She will cut you off real quick. So I think that's going to have a major impact on their friendship. We'll have to wait and see. Even though I'm not interested in the storyline, Zoe and her man, she's cooking for him, cooking some chicken breasts, and he's sending files for her career video, whatever, and they get into a back and forth because she's saying he doesn't help cook, clean, do those things. He's into like these gender specific roles, saying, well, I'm not putting on no apron, that's your job, I'm over here. I'm over here sending your files and working on your career while you do that. She's feeling smothered by the whole situation, which mixing business and pleasure never a good thing. But they end on a bad note because he keeps throwing it in her face that she took this staycation vacation at the Airbnb and saying like, "Well, I'm sending your stuff. How about I go take a vacation?" She's like, "I don't care. Go about your business. I'm tired of it all anyway." And he leaves. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not interested in it. So excuse me for doing a half-ass recap on the conversation, but it just seems like it could be a bit much, right? For you to live with someone, wake up, all they want to do is talk about business all the time. There's no boundaries. There's no like setting time where we talk business and leaving it there and turning on the relationship. If you have a disagreement in the business side, it's going to affect the personal side. So I don't see how that's going to work, but good luck on that. Flo runs to Gael. We see that as well. Flo runs to Gael because Amada is on her ass, and she's running to Gael, not even talking to her, but she gonna go get her and tell her Amada's picking on me. She's trying to beat me up, and now she got Gael activated. She's telling Flo, you know, she's got her back. She's gonna take care of it. Don't worry about exactly what Flo is looking for. Gael is telling Flo, and what I found interesting there was that Gael was telling Flo that she messed with all of her companions, her husband, her girlfriend. She messed with them to let Flo know that they weren't no good. Huh? Make it make sense. That was just comical to me, but she's back in Flo's good graces because Flo needs her to beat people up for her. And she's back in Flo's good graces saying, like, I slept with Marlon, I slept with that girlfriend of yours. So just to show you that they're no good. They mean you no good. You couldn't have did that in a different way? Or you couldn't have just expressed how you felt about them? You had to sleep with them? Oh, okay. Crazy. Um we then see Zoe meet up with her sister. Her sister's name is Bianca. And she tells this story about how she seen on the internet Fabian when he said F that dog to Shay's mom previous seasons, and that she went on the post, tagged Fabian and said, that's not cool. Dogs have feelings too. Now, if y'all think that this girl tagged Fabian just for no reason, please. She knew exactly what she was doing. But she tagged him saying like dogs have feelings too. Again, she knew exactly what she was doing, in my opinion. And from that, Fabian started a conversation with her in DMs. They were talking back and forth. Apparently, Fabian made like his relationship with Shay is fake. It's all for the cameras. And instead of her looking into that, talking to Shay about that or anything of that nature, she believes what Fabian is saying, and she thinks that like makes her exempt from anything because, well, he told me that they weren't together, but you see them on TV together. So is her hands clean? Absolutely not. Um Zoe pretty much is warning her like, don't mess with him. I see Shay and Fabian around. It's not fake. Don't get involved in that. And it's kind of a cliffhanger at that point, but we're all pretty much clear what it is. But she's warning her not to mess with him, leave him alone. And she says, well, it's kind of too late. Now we all know that it's because she's allegedly or probably pregnant by him, or maybe pregnant by him, but they leave that as a little bit of a cliffhanger by her just saying, well, it's too late. And we'll get back to that later on. But, then we see Liza go to Flo's store to meet up to, I guess, try to, because I would say Zoe and Estelita was telling her, or really Zoe was saying, like, Liza, have a conversation with Flo. I don't know what happened when you sat down with her and Amada, but y'all have you have a conversation with her by yourself and try to figure it out. So Liza goes to meet up with Flo, but she brings Estelita along. Good thing she did because we know Flo is in there in her store with Gael. And yes, Flo is opening up another store, y'all. Cosmetics for her cosmetics. Don't ask me what happened to the last store. I will say this. It's giving, let me just keep creating new LLCs to get more business credit to front for these cameras. Like I'm living in this $2 million home and can afford it. Like I have these Range Rovers and all these businesses. It's giving. We went from, and I don't know, the food store may still be open, but we went from like a restaurant, a Haitian food restaurant. We went to clothing. We had a beauty like spa, like, salon type place. We're all over the place with the LLCs, and it's giving a little bit of scammer. Or yeah, I'm just gonna keep using different LLCs to get more business credit to buy bags and shoes and all of this foolishness. I'm just saying that's how it's coming off to me. But they meet up at Flo's store, and the conversation goes nowhere because Estelita pretty much came in hot. Flo was saying that Amada sent her minions and that she's weak, but isn't Gael there for her? Isn't she your minion? So it wasn't making sense. But Estelita pretty much came in hot, and the conversation went absolutely nowhere. They didn't reconcile anything. Estelita's basically, she's jumping in like, Amada's my friend, and I'm going to protect her. I ain't going to let y'all jump her. That's not going to go down. So it got heated. They're yelling back and forth. And again, my thing with Flo calling the minions, I don't even know if Amada knew they went to have that conversation, real talk. Like, I don't even think Amada was aware that Liza and Estelita were making her their storyline by, going to fight her quote unquote battles, when I feel like Amada handled Flo perfectly. You try to pour a drink on me, I'm gonna smash one in your face. She handled it. She handled herself, and I think she can handle Flo on her own. So if anyone has a minion, like I said, I believe it's Flo with her sister fighting all her battles. We did hear Liza clock them though. She said, both of y'all sleeping with the same peens, sleeping with the same cootie cats, y'all sharing pH balances, and both of y'all pH balances is on a raggedy level. That was hilarious to me. It really was. It was hilarious. I don't care what you say. It had me cracking up. We do see then Trina is making a song with her husband Swerve on it. Can I be honest with y'all? They both sound off beat. I love the beat itself though, but they just need to catch it. Okay. I think that it could be a great love song type beat, but they were offbeat. Snoop, that is Trina's cousin, he pulls up to the video shoot to find out more about Swerve. And I feel like Swerve had been watching the Young Thug trial because he would not answer any of Snoop's questions. It was like, where did you meet Trina? Where are you from? When did you come on the scene? And he just was avoiding all questions. But Swerve did slip up insinuating that him and Trina were married, and Snoop caught on to that. So the cat's out the bag at this point. Everyone's probably going to find out that Swerve and Trina are married. I told you guys in the last recap on the actual season premiere, because this was episode 2 that I'm recapping now. But in the season premiere, it did come off to me like, I asked y'all, what does he do? Where did he come from to afford that huge ring that Trina had on? I told you I feel like Trina probably bought it for herself. I did look into what he did, and it said real estate. So it was, like he flips home or does investments. And I was saying he must have flipped a whole lot of homes for that ring. But it does feel like to me, I have to keep my eye on this in this season and see how this plays out, because I'm kind of with Hot Topic. There is a possibility that he could have kind of sneaked around to get himself in in this space to be able to start his rap career, live off her money. I ain't seen him in no suit or nothing. I ain't seen him sell a home or nothing yet. He spends all his time hugged up with her. So it is a little suspect. You know, I want this to work out for Trina because we've seen her date rapper after rapper after rapper and it not work out. So I don't know. I'm still a little suspect of it myself. So, and I hope she got a prenup. I don't know if she did or not. It doesn't sound like it the way they kind of eloped, but I hope she did get one. We then see Flo have her grand opening at her new LLC. What is it called? Surrette. And like I said, it's just giving new LLC for new business credit. Just being honest. I don't know of this line. I follow Flo. I don't see her doing this great promotion for all these cosmetics. I just don't see that. And I'm gonna go look right now. Because maybe she's just not coming up on my timeline, but I don't see her pushing these products. No, at all. So I just be wondering, where the last she posted about the cosmetics like on July 29th. But I don't see like a continuous, like how we see Ari with Remedy or Kylie with Kylie Cosmetics or things like that, where she's showing you products, showing how they work, promotion. I don't see that happening at all for this to be such a success of a cosmetic skincare line that she's saying that she's the Haitian Rihanna and that she's doing music, which I don't hear no music. I don't see her dropping no music. Then to say that, she's also, doing this successful skincare line that she has this $2 million home. Like 2 plus 2 is not equaling 4. The math is not mathing, but she has the grand opening and Shay shows up because Flo is allowing her to, they're still cool. They're like Flo is like the only one cool with Shay after last season. They went to DR and, she had a modest baby on Instagram and Estelita she made light of her DV situation. So only one's talking to Shay is Flo. And at her grand opening, she allows Shay to sell her Healthy Hands product at the store. And Flo pretty much downloaded Shay on everything that happened with Amada and Liza, the yelling, the screaming, the beef, and now she's activated Shay. So again, she's saying Amada has millions, but she's lining hers up. So she has Gael activated. Now she got Shay activated, and Shay's like, oh, ready to go to war too over Flo because she letting her sell these herbs in her store or whatever. I don't even know what Healthy Hands is. I don't. But I guess it's something for like gut cleansing. I don't know if it's a tea, it's a herb. I don't know because I don't see her promoting that either. But yeah, she download her and she's ready. We see MJ. He's still wearing them pimp hats, child. So MJ comes in. He shows up because Shay invites him there to try to have a conversation. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm on the page of MJ. No matter what, you don't disrespect your mom. You don't let your man disrespect your mom. And Shay, of course, is going to bat for Fabian. She's saying that it's mom that won't let it go, won't accept his apology. There should not even be a need for an apology because he should not have been as rude as he was to your mom. Nor should you. And always threatening your mom that you won't let her see her grandchild. That's not cool. So, in my opinion, MJ and his pimp hat, his thinking cap, whatever you want to call it, he was thinking correct. And I agree with what he had to say. So while they're in the midst of their arguing, she's, ready to, tell him, all right, this ain't going nowhere. You ain't listening. Basically, you ain't siding with me. They're going back and forth. But Zoe pulls up and, she asks to pull Shay to the side, and they go outside and they talk. Zoe's very respectful. She's saying, listen, I overheard you what you were talking about with your brother MJ and trying to reconcile the family with Fabian. And I just don't think you should do that because my sister told me that she's been messing around with him. She tells Shay that it was under the pretense that Fabian told her sister that they were not together. Everything was fake for the cameras, and that she possibly is pregnant by Fabian. And she pulls out her sister's pregnancy test out her little clutch. Say what now? Some of you in my comments were saying, well, she handled it appropriately. She brought proof. Anybody could have peed on that stick, but she brought it. That's nasty to me. I would not be carrying my sister's pee stick around in my clutch to pull out in somebody's face. I'm just not doing that. But she had the test. Shay looks kind of dumbfounded by it. We'll see in the upcoming episode. It looks like, there's some type of conversation with Shay and Zoe's actual sister instead of just with Zoe. It doesn't seem to go well, but we will see what happens there. That was pretty much the end of the episode. But I have a question for y'all. Why ain't nobody going to see Trick in the hospital? Huh? Trick had a medical emergency. He's in the hospital. Snoop knows. Everybody knows about it, but nobody's going to visit him. Snoop is saying that his family is by his side and being taken care of. Hot Topic is saying, oh, well, yeah, I heard about it, but I just been working so much. I ain't been able to stop by there. Trina doesn't mention it at all. Why is nobody going to see Trick in the hospital? Even if it's not on camera, because maybe that's it. Maybe he doesn't want that filmed or on camera, but nobody's gonna visit him. Bobby Lights don't say nothing about it. He just showing up at Flo's event to get the tea, but he ain't stopping by the hospital. Nobody's stopping by to see Trick. I don't know if he's gonna be upset about that coming up. We'll have to see. But I'm just confused as to why nobody is going to check on him. It's just crazy to me. But yeah, that was the episode. Like I said, at the beginning with Shay and Fabian and them being the hottest couple in relationship, that didn't age past the episode, as you can see. She got some news sat in her lap by Zoe. And we'll see. Next episode is up this Tuesday. I'll be back on my regular schedule of doing my recaps. I will make sure you have a sneak peek of the upcoming episode. It's going to be another good one. This season is off to a good start. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is also coming back in, I believe, January. You guys got a little sneak peek trailer of that. If you didn't see it yet, it's up on my page on Instagram and Facebook. Now, before I get out of here, as always, if you have a business or a product that you want me to promote, my promotional rates are on my page. If you want to be a sponsor for the podcast, I'm looking for sponsors where I will promote your business or product on every one of my podcast episodes. If you're interested in either, you can message me. You can email me at what you see above, reality_recap. Also, you can support by sending donations to my Cash App, $reality, no underscore, but reality recap, how you see it spelled here. And I appreciate everyone's donations and just helping me grow. My new followers, welcome. I appreciate you guys as always. And how do you support for free? Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel. Like my videos, please. Like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate all of you. Now, I will be back shortly with a live taping. We're going to go live across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for last night's episode of Life After Lockup at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys check in for that. But like I always say before I end my shows, reality TV stars are humans too. Don't forget that. It's your girl V with Reality Recap, and y'all have a happy Saturday. Peace.